The iPhone 16 promises a range of upgrades that could improve Apple's flagship while narrowing the gap between the regular iPhone and Pro series. Thanks to rumors and alleged leaks, the design and several key features and upgrades for the iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Pro, and iPhone 16 Pro Max, and possibly an iPhone 16 Ultra, are already out in the open. Fortunately for users, all models look to be getting something new and exciting to play with, so no matter how much you plan on spending on the next iPhone, it'll feel like a substantial upgrade. I summarize all iPhone 16 rumors, focusing on the base and models. Sponsored links: if Apple keeps to its current schedule, we should see an iPhone 16 release date in September 2024, with at least one rumor pointing to September 10 being the big day. Delays are possible and have happened several times in the past few years, but Apple always stayed strong. We have no specific pricing rumors for the iPhone 16 right now, but we can start by assuming that Apple will keep to an $800 price for the entry-level model, with Pro models costing $1,000, $1,100, and higher storage versions adding a few hundred more onto the price. That said, phone component costs are rising, which could push iPhone 16 prices upward. Just this year, the Galaxy S24 Ultra saw its price rise by $100 over its predecessor to a lofty $1,299, just as an example. If there is an iPhone 16 Ultra, as some people have claimed, we'd have to imagine it would cost even more, $1,200 or more. However, it seems likely that Apple is sticking with the current lineup of a standard model, a Plus version, and two Pro editions with the iPhone 16. While Apple plans to delay the release of Apple Intelligence until October, there are no plans to delay the release of the iPhone 16 series, with Apple keeping to the September 10 plan. This would mean that users will have to wait until the release of iOS 18.1 before being able to use Apple Intelligence. We've heard from Apple supply chain expert Ming-Chi Kuo that the iPhone 16 series will not have big exterior changes, but a few small tweaks could still be coming. After the iPhone 15 Pro got a new action button in 2023, it now seems like all iPhone 16 models could get a capture button. This has appeared on prototype iPhone 16 units, and it may be a camera shutter button with the option to focus shots too. Once again, the new iPhones are not expected to feature a fingerprint sensor. Another report claims the action button will come to the standard iPhone and the iPhone 16 Plus. According to one source, this will be similar to what we saw on the iPhone 15 Pro. Prototype designs for the iPhone 16 have been posted online, suggesting that the main cameras will be repositioned. Non-Pro iPhone 16 models could use a vertical camera layout, which could allow them to shoot spatial video. Various mock-ups, leaked schematics, CAD drawings, and dummy units seem to corroborate this change. Photos of what appear to be iPhone 16 cases confirm the vertically stacked cameras and the presence of action and capture buttons on the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus. When it comes to colors, we may see Apple add a new rose option to the iPhone 16 Pro. What's more, space black from the iPhone 14 Pro and the classic silver option may be coming back too. As for the basic models, all iPhone 15 colors could return in one form or another, along with new white and purple options to give users the widest choice of iPhone colors. You can check those colors out in a family photo leaked here. It appears that Apple plans to remove the yellow option for the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus. A recent post from Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has indicated that the iPhone 16 will come in black, green, pink, and white instead. They have also stated that Apple may rename some of the colors, and even similarly named shades could look different to the current models. It's rumored that we'll see larger iPhone 16 Pro models this year, with the iPhone 16 Pro measuring 6.3 inches and the iPhone 16 Pro Max 6.9 inches, backed up by a roadmap made by Samsung Securities. CAD designs also show off the Pro Max model's size difference compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and if you want the alleged exact measurements down to fractions of a millimeter, those have leaked too. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman also believes the Pro model will see a boost to its screen size. Gurman claims the iPhone 16 Pro models will grow by a couple of tenths of an inch diagonally, making them the most giant iPhones to date. Analyst Jeff Pugh also reiterated this, predicting a 0.2-inch screen size increase. However, The iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus stick with the current 6.1-inch and 6.7-inch sizes, a minor consideration for users who prefer smaller phones. They may also keep the iPhone 15's aging 60Hz refresh rate, which is disappointing considering that most Android phones offer 90Hz or higher for smoother, more efficient scrolling. One possible upgrade for all models is new thinner bezels around the display. Assuming Apple's manufacturing partners can get their production up to standard in time, it'll make the screens of the latest iPhones look even more significant. A recent rumor suggests that Apple will limit thinner bezels to the iPhone 16 Pro models. Specifically, the iPhone 16 Pro features a 1.2mm bezel, compared to 1.15mm on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. For context, the iPhone 15 Pro has a 1.71mm bezel. The displays on the new phones could use a new OLED material set supplied by Samsung. According to the rumors, the upgraded panel would replace blue fluorescent technology with blue phosphorescence technology, a move that would improve the power efficiency of the iPhone's display. To that end, a report out of Asia tips the iPhone 16 Pro models to get an advanced OLED panel from Samsung that should make those two phones 20% brighter than their predecessors. If Apple sticks to its current approach, the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus would inherit the A17 Pro chip we see in the iPhone 15 Pro models. A more promising rumor suggests all iPhone 16 models will run on 3nm A18 chips, with the Pro models set to get more powerful versions of the A18. However, another leak suggests the A18 Pro could fall behind the competition. It's also been speculated that the A18 may get a larger die area than the A17, which adds room for additional transistors or specialized hardware, which may help power the phone's on-device AI. An upgrade to 8 GB of RAM may also help boost these features. Regardless of the A18's design, Apple is ordering a lot of chips, up to 100 million units, according to one report, as it anticipates a lot of demand for iPhone 16 models. Wi-Fi 6E support for faster and more reliable home internet speeds is also rumored. Several sources have now claimed this, though more recent rumors suggest Wi-Fi 7 may be on the cards for iPhone 16 Pro models. This claim is further substantiated by another report from DigiTimes, which would allow iPhone 16 Pro models to send and receive data over the 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, and 6 GHz bands simultaneously when connected to some of the best Wi-Fi 7 routers, although it's unlikely that the regular iPhone 16 models will get it. Storage will likely start at 128 GB for the base, Plus, and Pro iPhone 16 models, with the iPhone 16 Pro Max beginning at 256 GB, like the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Thanks to a new type of memory, Apple may start offering 256 GB by default on all models, though, and up to 2 TB of storage on the Pro models, although this could be slower to read and write data than current iPhones. Don't expect the long-rumored Apple-built modem to appear this year. Apple reportedly needed help developing a production-ready chip, and Qualcomm is set to supply the iPhone with modems through 2026. Jeff Pugh claims we'll get a Snapdragon X75 modem with a new 5G advanced standard that can hit 7.5 GHz. Without rumors telling us otherwise, we'd assume the cameras used on the iPhone 16 will be roughly the same as those found on the iPhone 15. The latter will likely have a 48MP primary camera joined by 12 megapixels, ultra-wide, selfie, and telephoto on the Pro models' cameras, while both regular and Pro iPhones could use the exact 48 megapixels main resolution. The sensor on the Pro models could be more significant, giving the more expensive iPhones a tremendous advantage with photography. According to one source, the 48MP primary camera could get a size upgrade, claiming that the new sensor will measure 1 to 1.14 inches, 0.87 inches, instead of the current 1 to 1.28 inches, 0.78 inches. A larger sensor should translate to brighter and more colorful images. A second 48 megapixel sensor could be added to the Pro model's ultra-wide cameras, allowing for the same benefits and even full 48 megapixels ProRes shots at the iPhone's broadest 0.5x magnification level. A second source backs the 48 megapixels ultra-wide sensor rumor for the Pro models. Meanwhile, the standard models could revert to the vertical camera arrangement last seen on the iPhone 12. This may be changing to support spatial video recording for Vision Pro and other headsets. We've also been hearing about an improved telephoto camera on both the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. Multiple rumors claim the iPhone 16 Pro will adopt the tetraprism telephoto lens complete with 5x zoom capabilities. Both the telephoto and main lens may also get a higher quality lens, which could translate into a larger camera module on the iPhone 16 Pro. We're expecting the same 12 megapixels selfie cameras on the iPhone 16 as we saw on the iPhone 15. One source says there won't be any big change until the iPhone 17, which will apparently start using 24 megapixels sensors for its front-facing cameras. While the basics may remain the same, Samsung will likely supply Apple with the camera sensors, rather than Sony, which we've seen in past iPhones. So even if the resolutions don't change, we could still see improvements thanks to Samsung's latest tech being used. It's a certainty that iOS 18 will power the 2024 iPhone models. And now that Apple has previewed its software update at June's Worldwide Developer Conference, we know a bit more about its features, including a redesigned Photos app, the ability to customize the iPhone home screen more completely, and assorted improvements to Maps, Notes, and other apps. Apple Intelligence, Apple's name for AI features coming to all its products, will be a big part of the software update too, but only for a limited number of phones. Apple's restricting Apple Intelligence to devices with an A17 chip or later. Presumably, that will include all 4 iPhone 16 models, since they're supposed to run on A18 silicon. And thanks to a supercharged NPU, this line of iPhones could have the best AI performance of any Apple device. Apple Intelligence features include writing tools, generative photo editing features, and a smarter version of Siri aided by ChatGPT. Will all that be enough to convince people to upgrade to the new iPhone 16 models? We'll find out later this year. We have a few months before the iPhone 16 arrives, so more rumors could surface, some confirming what we've already heard, and some dismissing the features being touted right now. Nevertheless, we have a solid picture of what to expect from the iPhone 16 ahead of its full release. New cameras with a longer zoom, at least on the Pro models, a larger frame, and upgraded display, and the usual annual power and performance enhancements would all be a step up from what the iPhone 15 delivered, and those devices dominate the upper echelons of our best iPhone rankings. Does that mean holding off on any iPhone purchase until the fall? If you need an iPhone now, you should pick one up. But clearly, the iPhone 16 release will introduce some significant changes in terms of hardware and software. So share your thoughts in the comments section. See you in my next video. Goodbye.